What's up, everyone? Welcome to the latest episode of Hero Spotlight, featuring Xavier, the third hero of the Forsaken Light series. Xavier is a ranged mage, boasting superb sustained damage. With his unique skill set, he can extend his attack distance almost infinitely and enhance his power each time he lands a skill shot on an enemy. Hero skills. First skill, Infinite Extension. Infinite Extension is Xavier's foremost damage tool. Xavier fires a mystic bullet that damages enemies in a straight line. The bullet's flying distance increases each time it hits a target. Second skill, Mystic Field. Mystic Field is a functional skill that integrates pursuit, escape, and crowd control. Xavier conjures a mystic barrier that slows enemies and speeds up allies. When hit by Xavier's other skills, the barrier will expand into a forbidden field that immobilizes enemies within. Ultimate Dawning Light. Dawning Light is the first ever global attack in Mobile Legends. Xavier unleashes a beam of mystic magic that damages all enemies in a line on the map and directly enters the Transcendent state. Passive. Transcendence. Transcendence allows Xavier to scale steadily in battle. Each skill hit on enemy heroes grants Xavier a passive stack that enhances his subsequent skills. At max stacks, his next skill cast allows him to enter the Transcendent state, during which all his skills are enhanced to the maximum. Pro tips. Pro tip number 1. Make use of minions and creeps to extend the attack range of Infinite Extension and launch a surprise attack on enemies in the distance.
Crumble into dust.
Pro tip number 2. Cast Infinite Extension or Dawning Light and then Mystic Field on the path of the skill to control enemies in the target area.
Pathetic.
Pro tip number 3. For positional teamfights, accumulate 3 passive stacks with Infinite Extension and Mystic Field. Then cast Dawning Light to hit as many enemies as possible. For sudden encounters, directly cast Dawning Light to enter the Transcendent state. Then spam the enhanced Infinite Extension and Mystic Field for damage. Skill combos. Laning phase. During the laning phase, use Infinite Extension for wave clear and poke. Look for opportunities to slow the enemy with Mystic Field, then cast Infinite Extension again to activate the field and immobilize them. Finally, cast Dawning Light to secure the kill. Team fights. In team fights, cast Mystic Field to restrict the enemy's movements, and then Infinite Extension to activate the field for crowd control. Launch Dawning Light on the immobilized enemies and enter the Transcendent state. Then finish them off using the enhanced Infinite Extension.
Double kill.
Not even close.
Tactics. Early to mid-game. Xavier's performance in the early to mid-game is mediocre. Relying heavily on cooldown reduction, he needs to wait until he gets his hand on a few pieces of equipment to unleash effective attacks during the Transcendent state. Late game. Xavier's damage will skyrocket in the late game. Once with sufficient cooldown reduction, he can easily enter and extend the Transcendent state and chuck out the enemies with his enhanced skills.
Enemy has been slain. Triple kill.
For equipment, we suggest this build for maximized cooldown reduction and magic power. For emblem, choose the mage emblem to further boost Xavier's cooldown reduction and damage capabilities. As for battle spells, Flicker is recommended to make up for Xavier's lack of mobility. Well, that's our new hero, Xavier, the Defier of Light, coming on March 22nd. And until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn. Defier of Light, Xavier, coming on March 22nd.